In ELR 2.2, it's all about graphing motion on distance versus time graphs or displacement versus time graphs. The first question is asking us to just make a sketch, so we don't need to use actual numbers. So make a sketch of a graph would look like if the object was moving at a non-zero positive velocity. So that just means like 5 meters per second, and it just keeps on going. So first thing we got to do is set up our axes. Even though it's a sketch, we're going to always have time on the x-axis and distance or displacement over on the y-axis. And so if you've got an object that as time goes on, they're going at a constant speed, of course their distance is going to continually get greater and greater and greater. So that would be what an object would look like for positive velocity. The next one asks for something that is at rest. Something at rest, as time goes on, their distance isn't going to change at all. So we're talking about a nice flat line like that. And then a sketch of something for something that is speeding up. So something that's speeding up, at the very beginning, as time goes on, the distance is going to change, but it's going to be gradually getting more distance per second. So what that means is that as time goes on, it's getting faster and faster, which means that the slope is getting steeper and steeper, and we should have a curved line. For the next question, we're being asked to use this graph. And on this graph, we've got time on the x-axis, we've got distance on the y again, and we're being asked what is the overall velocity for the trip as the first question. So for velocity, of course, we are going to need displacement over time. So our displacement is how far are we from where we started to where we stopped. So for the entire trip, we started at 0 down here, and our trip ended up here at 8 meters. And so our displacement is from 0 to 8. That's going to be 8. And then the time it took from 0 to 10 seconds is, of course, 10 seconds. So 8 divided by 10 is 0.8 meters per second. For the second one, it's saying what is the overall speed from 4 to 7 seconds. So for this one, let's get these other arrows out of here. For this one, we're talking about from 4 seconds until 7 seconds. So just this little segment of our trip. So from that x, I'll kind of enlarge them a little bit, from that x to that x. So from that x to that x, 4 to 7 seconds is 1, 2, 3 seconds. And our distance is starting at 0 down there, and it goes up to, looks like 13. So our distance is 13. Our time was 3. 13 divided by 3, when you put that into your calculator, you're going to get 4.3 meters per second.